Hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Ponzu. Welcome back to another video. Chantal went live again for 4 hours, so again, if I skip something, I'm very sorry, but I will do my best. So with that all said, let's see what Chantal has to say today, shall we?
I have my seersucker back. I sewed it. It's the only shirt I have that doesn't suffocate me, so.
Okay, well that Temu order does make a lot of sense now, but girly, that should be your wake-up sign.
I'm gonna wear it as much as I can. Towley, it's really sad that you find entertainment in people's misery. Have you ever gotten that checked?
Same with you and animals, funnily enough.
Just saying. Can we go to Hardee's? Are you gonna pay?
You're gonna be doing your job without having to rely on other people for once? Yeah, probably not.
Any weekend plans? Maybe tomorrow we're gonna go out. I have to go to the doctor and stuff. Hey, Tammy, I have a new rule for mods. If you are not in my live for like a straight month, then I'm just going to unmod you. It's nothing personal. It's just, what's the point?
How dare people have a life outside of watching a fat lady for hours on end daily? The audacity of them, I'm telling ya.
You know what I mean? Especially if I see somebody in like someone else's chats all that whole month, like.
That's a little bit weird that you're keeping tabs on people like that. You don't get to dictate people. That's not how life works.
It doesn't make sense. So, it's not like an honorary thing. It's like, it's to mod in my chats. Just saying. I don't know how to say that without sounding bitchy, but like.
Maybe that's your sign that it probably does sound like that. Just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a month, things happen, but I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're the one that made the rules. You should know, right?
No, it's not about Tracy, just in general. Tracy's in here almost every live stream. How could it be about Tracy? Especially with Foodie Beauty turnaround burnout. People get mad at you and turn hater channel. I know, and I don't even do anything. Like, I literally don't do anything.
If that's the case, girly, we would not be here now, would we?
Like, what? Like, what do I do? Seriously.
Animal caboose, racism, ableism, you know, all of the super great qualities everyone looks for in people.
Went to a reaction page yesterday and got busted and had to say something and they ripped me apart. I thought it was a good channel, but I was wrong. Yeah, they're not. I'm trying to get up the nerves to leave the apartment, okay, avec fromage? I don't know. I'm not involved in, like, any drama, and you're not going to get any out of me. Like, sorry.
Yeah, after she had probably one of the most dramatic live streams that she has ever had with her man yesterday, are we all gonna forget about that? Girlie, you can't just put a band-aid over it to be like, guys, we're okay. That's not how that works, girlie. You two are miserable with one another.
Talk all the crap you want about me, hate me all you want. I'm just gonna block and move on, that's it. Hey, George, I'm just, like, totally over any BS, like, toxic crap on the internet. It's just, I'm too old for that crap now, man.
Right, as you go live for 4 hours straight.
Like, you know what I mean? No. I don't see any animal abuse. Nicole, it's such a long story. Like, it's...
Okay, then, well, here's a modern version. Chantal stepped on a cat and laughed about it, and didn't take it to the vet. You're welcome.
It's a long story, but, basically my cat, my 21-year-old cat,
Now she's 21. Now she's legally able to drink all of a sudden. Gotcha.
like, whenever I came to Kuwait the first time, I had a 21-year-old cat and a, like, 5-year-old cat. And my old... I don't even know how to, like, get into it. It's just, like, old. Basically, her nails got overgrown. I was in Kuwait for, like, 3 months. And maybe after a month or so, I don't even know when, like, her nails became overgrown and they curled into her pads. And it's a long, long story. But that's basically the incident that they're referring to.
About that incident I just told you about. That happened like, what, a month and a half ago?
But yeah, like, I intentionally hurt my cats now. And Julia, I don't know, they say anything is animal abuse, basically. I just don't want to get into it, honestly. I wouldn't even watch them if I were you, but if you want to, that's on you. I don't know. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. They regurgitate shit from 3 years ago because they have nothing else.
Here you are, still talking about it 3 years later.
If my cat, like, looks unbrushed, they think that animal abuse. Like, she wasn't spayed on their clock, so that was animal abuse, basically.
So are you going to leave out the fact that, instead of getting her fixed, you gave her, like, a hormone shot, essentially, to, stop her from going into heat instead of, just getting her fixed to begin with and then being too lazy while, she was in the proper time frame to do so? Are we going to forget about that part of the story? So let's not forget about the fact that Chantal just refused to put the cone on her and allegedly her stitches split open. But of course, magically, we're not going to be mentioning that part of the story now, are we?
I don't want to again. What is wrong with people? Just live your life and have fun. Exactly. That's what I try to do, I appreciate you. Yeah, I just sewed it. It had like a tear under here in the armpit. and I didn't notice. And then whenever we got in the car yesterday when we were about to go to Wafra, I went like this, and so I was like, "You have a hole in your shirt. Go change." And I was like, the reason we took so long because I was bargaining with him. I'm like, "Please, I won't lift my arm. I don't want." He's like, "Go change. I'm not leaving. We're not leaving unless you go change your shirt." So I had to go change my shirt, and that's why I changed my shirt. Nobody should steal people's cats. Exactly. Yeah. It's just a long. There's so much to it, Nicole. Like,
All you have though at the end of the month to try to get more money though, BBJ, really? I was expecting more, honestly. How dare?
you know, just it's insane. But no, I did abuse my cats. And actually, trolls have sent, what is it, animal protective services to my house like 4 times, and they always left with no complaints, you know?
As far as I remember, the majority of the time she wouldn't open up the door. So, anyways,
They can't see. Yeah, her hair gets messy, whatever, you know?
it's also a long-haired cat that needs to be brushed and groomed. Like, why would you not do, I don't know, the bare minimum when it comes to your cat?
My 20-year-old cat has that happen actually often now. I'm a retired vet tech, and she's fine for the days have left. Actually, a conditioning senior cats where their nails actually do that. Yeah, like, you know, people twist it to what they want their narrative to be, you know, to villainize me forever over that.
Yeah, so much for never talking about it again. I'm just gonna move on. Blah, blah, blah. The same old thing. Guess what? We're here talking about it again.
But like, like Sam's nails, the whole time I was gone, were fine. It's because she was a senior cat. Same thing with the most of her health conditions, you know, like she stops grooming.
One grows faster and one grows slower. Wouldn't you want to, I don't know, make sure that the one that grows faster would be taken care of more often? Just a thought.
So her ears get dirtier quickly. She gets UTIs because she had chronic kidney infection. You know, like you can't blame me for her old age, you know? And honest to God,
Anything medical related, this goes for Chantal too, could be fixed if she tried.
I don't give a shit what they say about me. If they want, anyone wants to think I'm an animal abuser, go right ahead. If you want to think I'm a pedo, go ahead. If you want to think I'm a villain, go ahead. It's like no skin off my ass. Literally, I could give a shit less. I just, you know what I mean? Like, just leave me the fuck alone.
Don't get why she has to come on live stream every single day, because eventually it might take a few weeks. This always happens. Always happens.
Think what you want about me, but leave me the fuck alone with your crazy insanity. No part of it. Thank you. We just want to bees over here. The cat drama is so old. So old.
Yeah, I wouldn't be talking about it if, guess what, you didn't bring it up.
People call me that, Fenny, all the time. They call me that because there was a child passing by in my Chuck E. Cheese video. They call me that, whatever. Because apparently there was like a teenager talking in my chat.
Are you going to forget about that time on Omegle whenever a teenager flashed you? Or are we gonna be, conveniently leaving that part out?
In a non-sexual manner. Whatever. You know, these people are sick. I don't know. And it sucks and I clip them when we can, but in her condition, the nail trimming process can cause more damage than a couple of overgrown nails. Yeah. And she would she would scream if I even when her nails were not overgrown anytime. Like she doesn't like having her paws touched. And she became like very odd in her older age. Like she would meow really loud, you know, like, I don't know.
Going to be going off of the assumption that Chantal has never had an ingrown toenail. Oh my god, it is one of the worst feelings that you can ever imagine. But I had to get mine medically fixed so that way they can never come back. Girly. They are awful. I can only assume it's roughly around that pain level. It's bad. It's really bad.
If you choose to not treat an elderly pet for chronic conditions, that's your choice, not abuse. No, you can get them treated. I mean, you know, it's just that in between vet visits, and there's not really anything they could do for her chronic kidney condition at 21. Like the vet even said that.
Changing her diet not an option?
You know, and if I was going to take her to the vet the next day, if the person that was taking her didn't insist on taking her, and I would have had all of those things cleared up.
Yeah, so about that, they should not have gotten to that point to begin with.
You know, I was so yeah. But that's fine. That's on, if people have that much toxic hate in their heart, that's their problem. That's not my business, you know. She probably had dementia. Yeah, that's what the vet did say. Of course I love my pets, yeah.
You dumped them for some random man halfway across the world that you met on global Tinder, so the fact that you could be married.
Because they're miserable people, Margie, and they don't make money that way. Like their entire audience is just like, they just basically like bond over hating. And if it's positive, they're not going to want to watch that shit.
As who? These 4-hour plus ramblings on absolutely nothing but cats and food and more food and movies and TV shows and hate. It's just like, at this point, I would much be rather watching a edited, pre-recorded video than whatever this slop is.
Baby J is resting, yeah. It's 100% a hate cult, right? It is a hate cult, exactly, 100%. It is your business when they actively target you, though, right? It's not like they say that. Yeah, but like I can't, you know what? Like YouTube lover, I can't control that. Like only, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing I can do. I don't want to put energy into it. I don't want to pay attention to these people. I just want that, like, to just live my life. Honestly, I've been not even watching any drama whatsoever, and
Yeah, so how would you know that that person was in other people's chats then? Did you think about that one? How would you know? Oh, a friend sent it to me. Oh, isn't that interesting?
I don't even see anything. It's like it can't affect me. You know what I mean? So fuck them. Let them talk all they want. It's their problem, as in it's their karma. It's their nastiness they have to live with. Like I go to bed knowing I don't pick on someone every single day and cause toxicity on the internet, like towards other people. You know?
Hey, even I will admit I will make a low blow every now and then, but generally overall, same.
People come here to watch me for me. You know what I mean? Like not to hate on someone. So yeah, it's crazy, Nicole. But like the internet is just a toxic place. Like the world is dying. Nothing is going on here anymore. The reactors are desperate to keep people interested through you. Yeah, I mean, what, like, I don't know. They want to keep circling the drain regarding these stupid things from like 5 million years ago. Whatever.
You can bring up something that happened within the last 100 years. That's fine. That is 100% fine. No problems there. But if you bring up something that happened to her 6 months ago, oh my gosh, I'm a new person now. Why would you bring up my past? My past is my past. I'm just looking towards my future. Anyways.
Of course, yeah, I just hate it. Like, I love doing YouTube, and I love you guys, and
the terms and conditions that you will agree with her 100% and will not question her in any way, shape, or form. And will give her money.
I'm not going to be run off by a bunch of idiots. Sorry. If you join Lol Call, they will cover free and block your haters. Yeah, but I don't want to.
No. Let me fix that for you. I don't want to because I don't want to get chewed out again like I was, 6 months ago.
I don't want to, Everything you mentioned is all normal old cat issues, plus loading up your old cat and driving them to the vet is actually so stressful. Yeah, I know it is, but like, they will feel so ridiculous once they are old and think back of their past, how cruel they were. True, yeah. Well, some people don't ever perceive.
Example A, Chantal.
Some people don't ever, evolve. The only thing toxic is the fumes. Hey, everyone farts, man. Everyone farts. They don't, Nicole. That's why I stopped, hey, Voiceless Goes, explaining myself to people. Like, don't explain yourself to people who don't listen or just twist what you say or, forget it. Some reaction channel said you only made 4,000 KD per month. So what? Like, even if that was true, I'm not going to tell you how much I make. But even if that was true, why does that matter? But no, that's wrong. But as if, why would I tell you how much I make? Why is that your business? Like, I need water. Hold on, guys. How does that make any effing sense? I only make 4K, but somehow, like, pay everything.
So with that reaction, it's safe to say that she probably does pay for everything. I wouldn't be surprised. Because isn't it funny? The second that these two got together, he had multiple new cars, he moved multiple times, brand new gaming laptop, gaming chair. Magically, all of a sudden, isn't that weird?
So stupid. And I don't know why anyone cares. Like, does it look like I'm suffering? Does it look like I could sit here and cry?
Even I will admit it would be a little bit petty of me to play that clip whenever she asks, oh, are you paying? But you know what? I think I really thought about it, and I think I actually am not going to play it, because I truly do think that...
Can we go to Hardee's? Are you going to pay? About my finances? No. Oh, I put up a goal? So do reaction channels. What the f***? So kiss it. Like, get a life. Like, it's so weird. When I come on here crying for money to pay my bills, then you can criticize me, sure. Otherwise, if I just suggest, like, donations or cameos or ways to support my channel in future visas, none of your business, man.
I mean, it's none of our business. You are making it our business to pay for it. Hello?
If you make 4K, then just reason with her 100 viewers makes what, 30 or 10? Yeah, right. Probably would make more at an actual job.
Kettle.
4K? Even if I made 4K for doing nothing hardly is pretty decent, right? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, but no, I don't make that. But it could be less, it could be more, who knows?
Hey, pattern of recognition. With that reaction, it's probably less.
Exactly, Hecate. That's so, like, weird and pathetic. Like, modding for somebody, she called her a child abuser, too. 4K US is a lot if you live outside of Canada. Depends what country, yeah. If you lived in, like, Thailand, like, Kuwait is way cheaper than Canada, but not as cheap as Thailand, that's for sure. Imagine just, like, sitting around, like, being like, oh, this person, like, over-analyzing all their, like, what they must make, like, numbers and, like, detail. Like, it's so weird to me. I don't know. It is. It's weird. I don't know why nobody else... even if I'm alone, I'll always think that's weird. I know Social Blade, I remember checking before. It's, like, it's so off. It's not right at all.
Okay, I can confirm it is very off.
I live in Florida, and 4K off my actual YouTube channel would be awesome. Yeah. Especially, you know, we have two incomes. I know people don't think that. I don't give a shit. Just because you think something doesn't make it fact. You know, like...
Well, think and do what I want, thank you. I love the fact that you can't control the narrative from everyone's perspective. I love that for you the most.
It doesn't make any sense. I've showed proof that I pay $1,700 just on one debt. Then I have other debts I pay. And then the rent here is like $1,300. And then the car is like 8 something. And then all the food I bought, like how would I be able to afford every single bill? There's no way. How did he make ends meet before me? Exactly. He had his own car. He paid for it in cash. He had his own place, which honestly, if you're like a bachelor living alone and paying what he did in rent just to live in Salmia, that's pretty good. Most people, for his apartment size that you guys were making fun of because you're culturally ignorant.
Says the woman that never leaves her apartment, does not know what's going on outside of her own front door, and can barely speak the language after living in a country for almost 3 years. Whew, I am not gonna lie, that felt good.
People live like families of 3 or 4. His neighbors were living with like families in a room like that. So before you make fun of people, maybe learn something out of your friggin' dumb brains. Like, it's so crazy. He lived alone, yeah. He had a car, his own place. You know? It breaks down all of your channel revenue. Well, if they're claiming I make 4K, it's wrong. Playboard is wrong. We should all just be grateful. Lots of people are homeless and hungry. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not talking about reaction channels. I'm just making a point. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't factually, it doesn't make any sense. But whatever, yeah. Danielle, wouldn't Salah prefer if you were out with a friend or two? Why would Salah dictate what I do and what makes me happy?
Was she not present in her own live stream yesterday, or?
Like, this is my job. This is what I do. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a streamer. Like, get with the times. There's so many streamers out there. Like, what?
Okay, clarification. There's so many streamers that actually stream and do fun things.
And no, I don't want to hang out with people. Thank you. Do people make fun of someone who lives in a studio? Probably. They made you change your shirt. He made you... Yeah, because there was a hole in it. Yeah, I don't know, Danny Love. I'm as poor as you can be, and I'm so happy. Money doesn't matter. A person's heart does. Exactly, Margie. Thank you. It's true. I've learned that. Like, there probably was a point in my life where that's all I wanted in life was, like... I remember, like, people asking me, what do you want to do? I want to be super rich. Like, and if you can't be... Like, only, what, 1% of the world?
You were making it only to throw it away to have nothing to your name at this point. Oh, well.
It's, like, super rich. What about the rest of the people? Like, how are you going to be happy without money? You have to be happy, like, with what you have, you know?
Be happy with whatever I want, thank you very much.
That's totally different. Totally different. Him pointing out that I have a hole in my shirt and that I should change it because it's not modest is different than him saying, this is what you should do with all your time. But I don't want to argue with you. That's all you do, so does sadness. So if you're just here to argue with me, I'm just telling you, I'm just over it. So I'm glad to be, and oh, that's good for you, Kira. No one cares. I saw clips of you and Salah reading you to filth in the car yesterday. Y'all okay? Yeah, we're fine. I hate that there's people in here hanging out with me that watch reaction channels that are just negative and toxic. Like, it really bothers me.
Okay, don't go live. Problem solved.
I feel like I want a smaller circle. I just feel, you know, like I do a lot. And, like, it makes it sound like the house is always a disaster. Like, it's not. That's not the case.
Oh, unfortunately, knowing the villa, I would not be surprised if he was sugarcoating it, not gonna lie.
Like, sometimes he's too picky. Sometimes he's, like, too naggy about even a bottle of freaking water. You know what I mean? So it's like that kind of thing got on my nerves. Like, how dare you? And that was it. So we hashed it out, and he didn't mean to make it an argument. He wanted it to be, like, you know, jokey.
Got to a point to where he poured water on you. Now, whether that was real or not, he poured water on you.
Watching, like, certain reaction channels, yeah, it does, ECP. Because why would you want to sit there listening to people be so fucking hateful towards me if you're a supposed beezer? Like, that's just, like, why would you want to even listen to that vile shit? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not gonna, it doesn't happen often, and if it did, it's not your business. Like, our secret life is not your beeswax.
Till he dumps you, then oh my lord, we are going to be hearing every single tiny, itty bitty, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot bikini detail about every single thing that they have ever done.
Your house is always a disaster? Yeah, there's no water bottles in the room anymore. At all. The old villa, yeah. If he had to live in the villa, and I have my chair back, and I move that thing over here.
So safe to say that he's not home then, right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that magical? Right around payday, he comes around, and just as fast, he's already gone.
Well, you can watch my content directly, ECP, that's an idea. Different kind of sense of humor than some people. I kind of cringe when he put the water on you. He kind of like looked at me like, you know, and I was like, whatever, do it. Kind of like with my eyes, because like, yeah, it was just a few drops. Thank you. Yeah, people focus on like the gross things he did, but they didn't focus on like him getting, you know, tissue and wiping my tears away and stuff, like the sweet stuff he does. I don't care anyway. Like I said, anyone can think anything they want about whatever. Doesn't make it true, and just whatever. I don't care. Like, have your fun, whatever. If that's what makes your day is making up assumptions about someone's life, go for it. No one cares, Shelly. Like, that's so predictable. Anyone I kick out of here, they go suck the ass of reaction channels. What do you expect? Actually, that's why I kicked that fake ass out of here in the first place. Because they're hanging out in a fucking vile person's channel. Get out of here. You're not wanted here. Go chat there. I don't care. I don't care what that does to my views. I don't care. I've said a million times, my peace is more important than this bullshit.
Of course, she seems super happy, calm, and collected all at the same time. Can't you tell?
Like, I want nothing to do with this psychotic side of the internet. Gore World can burn to fucking hell. Like, I just, leave me the fuck alone.
Please just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Even though I upload my videos and I live stream to thousands of people every single day, leave me alone. Anyways.
Like, if you're not here to support me and my channel, I don't want you here. Go watch through a reaction channel. I don't care. Like, plain and simple. And I don't want to talk about reaction channels. I don't want to talk about drama. I've said it a million times. I don't know, like, I don't know what language you want me to learn to say it in, but yeah.
The person that is the only person on this live stream that's picking the topics that they talk about, mind you, is complaining about that they don't want to talk about reaction channels, even though she is the one that is solely bringing them up.
I'm just fucking tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about anything Gore World related. I don't care. Like, just f off. Seriously. If you support Gore World people, go the fuck away. Let me block you. I hate it. I'm not part of it. Okay? Like...
You're not in the audience. You're center stage.
We talk about other shit. We bees here. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on. Okay, well, people come in here, Mike, and keep bringing shit up. It's fucking annoying. And you retracted your message, so I don't block you. How cowardly. And if you're just here to argue with me and be contrary for no reason, to start drama, I don't want you here. If you're not a supporter, you don't like me, and you're here to hate watch and be annoying, leave, because I'll eventually block you. I don't want anything to, after this little rage that's going to give Gore World a hard on because they're fucking pathetic, I'm not talking about shit anymore.
I don't think you'll have to. My bestie said it the best. That last live stream, huge facade shattering.
That's it. Yeah, they need to belong somewhere. Exactly. It's sad. Yeah, I just want to protect my peace. Like, that's it. I don't know, maybe I'm in a bad mood, but you're the reason it was created. It's not that easy. Well, I don't have to be part of it. I'm removing myself, you know, and I don't want to talk about any of that shit. It's like the lowest, it's just the shittest, most toxic community on the internet. I don't want to be part of that. Like, how many times do I have to say that? Like, and for people to still want to pull you into that shit, that's fucking psychotic. Like, it's psychotic. When someone tells you to leave them the fuck alone, then leave them alone. I don't know. It's, ugh. And I don't even care if I only have a few of you people left. Yeah, and that's exactly how I remove it, by removing people that come in here just to start shit. And they do that because of the fact that I don't talk about that shit. Anytime I try to move on and just do whatever else, no. People have to try to start shit, you know? So I'm not even going to warn you anymore. If you come in here and you talk about anybody in Gore World, I don't care what it is, I'm blocking you and never to be unblocked, okay?
I think that this would be interesting, but by now the only thing I'm hearing is it's just the same thing repeated over 20 times over in one live stream. Like, how much more do you have to say about this subject? Just get off.
No chances. Like, you know by now what I like, what I don't like. If you're new and you're pretending like you don't, you know, don't watch YouTube or Gore World, you're full of shit, I don't believe you. So yeah. They keep picking at it. Well, keep picking at it. Not on my channel. You know, if you want to keep obsessing over a person who's not even the same person. And I'm sorry, but most of Gore World is worse. And that's been proven so many times. Like, their hate obsession is demented. It's like absolutely demented.
Cup of coffee that I had cannot be kicking in any slower.
Shelly is no Madness sock account. Yeah, the woman who looks like a fucking foot and sounds like Ja Rule. F off, bitch.
Rejection.
Seriously. You all know nothing about Salah, okay? You think you fucking know anything?
Exactly. The parts that I've seen, I don't like.
Forget it. You should know. Aren't you married? You have the nerve to talk about Salah? All the times you're online obsessing about me when I'm live, you think your husband is touching your ugly foot face? I doubt it.
Yeah, this whole entire segment is just screaming projection.
I doubt it, wolf bitch. Seriously.
Forget that your husband actually did woof woof for a woman that he was emotionally cheating on you with, or are we just gonna forget about that part?
Sorry, I'm about to say some mean things.
Don't worry, just another Saturday.
Dennis Quaid, they're all fugly looking. And those are the people who have a problem making fun of other people.
No comment.
Salah deserves better. He deserves whoever the wants to be with.
What, honestly, I think these two deserve each other so much.
Okay? Thank you. Y'all are acting like we're forced to be together.
Well, if my gut feeling is right about him wanting to go to Canada, well, on his end at least, it's kind of the truth, unfortunately.
It's been 3 years, no Canada in sight, so now what?
Doesn't mean anything. Have you never seen a Dr. Phil episode when it comes to marriage scams, ma'am? Years, sometimes decades, to get what they want. They don't care.
She's obsessed, Jessica. These people are obsessed. Like, leave me the F alone, you psychotic, adult, 50-year-old women with no life. On Twitter all day. Screenshotting every little stupid little thing. Like,
yeah, how would you know that? I thought you weren't on Twitter. And also, says the 41-year-old woman.
You're pathetic. You're sad. You need a life. Like, what the F? And that's another thing, Robin. They want to upset you. Imagine, but that's not a problem that people want to upset someone. It's weird. Anyway, looking like a man foot, all vascular. Jessica. No, I'm not going to fucking Canada. That's another thing. Quit harassing me about it. I'm not going. I'm not going back to the life I had. I'm not. Sure, I still talk about farts once in a while. I argue with my husband once in a while.
Okay, it doesn't really affect any of us. Have fun being miserable.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna, like, throw out my whole life and go back to Canada. What was so good about Canada?
Had a support system, you were close to your family, you were happy there, you could be able to drive there without all of the chaos. Notice out of all of the positives that I gave you, not one mention of green anywhere.
Like, I don't know. 65, they're older women. Hating like that on the internet, like as a grandmother, I can't imagine. Like, yes, I did say I'm going to ignore them. Obviously, can't you see I'm not doing that right now? So why point it out? Shut up. I'm tired of people.
Unfortunately for you, that's not how the world works.
They all said Salah would ghost you when you got to Kuwait. They're just pissed off they were so wrong. Yep. I'll swear if I want to. Thank you. I don't have to live my relationship publicly. Like, we didn't plan for that fight to happen, but it wasn't like a fight. It was just like a...
Got to a point to where he poured water on you.
A bicker? I don't know what you would call that. I don't know. We went offline. I ragged him out. We both said sorry, Canada was a vibe. Kind of, I liked you better than Salah, but I digress. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, people who, liked me how I was back then are going to like that. They're not going to like the new me. They're not going to like the new changes. But you don't have to. This is my life. Like, I'm not going to move back to Canada just to entertain people who are bored. Like, this is kind of in between. I need to get my shit together. I need to get healthy. I have plans for the future. I want peaceful, non-drama content. Like, I went from drama content. So if I don't give that to you, these people are going to be bored. And like, I get that, but I'm not going to do that just for your entertainment. Sorry. Like, I want to move on. I want to get healthy. I have plans. Maybe it's not happening now. Doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen.
I mean to sound mean, but you've been there for 3+ years and you are bigger than ever. It's not getting any better.
But I want to get healthy. I want to travel. I want to make travel content. I want to rebrand that way. I don't want to go back to, this old shit that I was doing. I don't know. I just don't want it. I don't want to go back to showing myself half naked. I respect myself now. I don't feel like I was respecting myself the same. You know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion on modesty and whatever else. I don't want to go back to, like, showing myself half nude on a bouncing ball. Like, I'm over that. I'm 41 now. I need to think of a more meaningful life, And I don't know, like, people don't remember, like, how miserable I was.
It's like no matter where you are or what you do or what religion you are or who you're with, you're still the same exact miserable person that you always have been.
Like, how many times have I cried here compared to when I was in Canada? Yeah, they have nothing, Nicole. Now if they want to talk about me here, they talk about how much rice I'm eating. It's really sad.
Yeah, because that's the content that you give us. Like, oh my god, why are they talking about how much rice I'm eating? Meanwhile, that's the only thing that she's been doing, is just eating rice and doing whatever this has been this whole entire live stream. Yeah, if you want us to talk about other things, maybe show other things. Just a thought.
Yeah, doggy, that's, for me personally, like, that's just how I feel. Like, I didn't feel like I was valuing myself. Like, I was letting, like, random dudes use me, and just, like, I felt bad about myself. Like, I was filling a void with, like, their validation of how they felt about my body and stuff. Like, there was my own internal thing. I prefer the modesty. No matter how hot and miserable it looks, I have my reasons. Nobody knows me. You don't know. Nobody knows what's in the heart of someone else. What's the intention?
My lord, the forever victim. Want to do that? If you want to do this, if you want to do that, that's fine. Who cares?
Of someone else. Like, so for you to speak on how I feel, how I was more happy there, that's not true. Or I would freaking be there. I would find a way. You know, I would find a way. I could not, it's not super easy, but I could reestablish myself there if I really, really wanted to. You know? I'm still me, yeah. Remember how miserable you were? They just don't care. You're not a person. Just entertainment. Exactly. They objectify me. Exactly. Oh, honey girl, get a life. That's obsessive and sad. And like I said, I don't care, honey girl. I'm not delusional. You know why? Because I know they're going to follow. But I don't care. Like, it's not my business anymore. I'm not going to address it. They can continue to be miserable on their own and obsessed on their own and talk to themselves. They're talking to themselves. If I don't address them ever, who the fuck are they talking to? If I never see what they're saying or doing, who are they talking to? Not me.
People that are also talking about the same subject, hello. Also, here I am, a reaction channel, and here's Chantal. Now, out of the two of us, who do you think is the more miserable person here? I'm going to give you a hint. It's not me.
They're talking to themselves. They're circle jerking themselves at 40, 50, 60. That's pretty embarrassing.
Okay, for someone screaming, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't want any part of it. Why do you care what other people do with their time? It's their time, not yours. Mind your business.
So, you know what? If you think that's a flex, it's not. It's not the flex you think it is. Trust me. I don't know, Riley. Hi. Whoa! It's glitching out. Hold on. I don't know. It was doing it by itself.
Oh, so he was home that whole entire time and didn't go on camera to defend her / defend himself after yesterday? Wow. Okay.
I just hate people telling me how I feel, you know? It's like, you have no idea. No idea. The internal turmoil, the internal conflict within me. You just don't know.
Okay, Miss Quirky and Unique. She slowed down a lot, so I'm going to be jumping around.
See, he's nagging again. It's what he does. Sorry. You guys know, like, for me, look where I came from, okay? Look at the old me. And look at the new me I have to be. You don't think there's some pressure there? Of course I'm going to lose it once in a while. It's like, to be more manners, to have more manners. I'm just kidding, babe.
Whenever you want to start with that, let us know, okay?
Babe, I'm getting dessert to eat my feelings. Yes, I am! Yes, I'm not in a good mood. 6 hours. I was gonna go out to get ice cream, so may as well just get it here. I'm totally gonna eat my feelings. I'm in a bad mood. Nah!
Just follow the haters, who cares?
Oh, you tried, and how did that go for you? Exactly.
Yeah. Haters.
Wow, don't overexert yourself now. You really got us. Ooh, burn. I'm gonna be needing more water for that one.
Okay, Bippity. You happy? What about now? There you go. Hey! Thank you. Thanks, Crystal.
Dainty.
Look, babe. Does this make you angry? I'm allowed to laugh out loud in my house. Thanks, Samantha. I'm not drinking the bottom of the bottle. There's no way. I will throw up. You little smart aleck. Yeah, 99? Well, all I see is cheap-ass friggin' Pixar AI special. So shut up! I'm just joking.
Oh, you mean your merch?
Sugar said please a lot. I think Sugar annoyed by strawberries and cream.
Or it looks like you had your makeup gun sent to Ho from the 80s.
So that one is definitely projection.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. No, you're not.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Wait. Do you think there's sugar in that?
Wait, you say tomorrow? At the morning?
Yep. You can watch me.
Which time? Sharp.
When I get up and I'm awake, like Yanni.
Awake, Yanni.
Brownie and Belgian chocolate served with ice cream. Oh my gosh, why? Fettuccine crepes!
Great options that your wife has chosen, Salah. Great job.
How about I just eat ice cream if I want to eat ice cream? How about that?
Yeah, because it's thick and rich.
Yeah, but it's
So,
not. It's
no
not ice.
cheeseburger.
Yeah, no. It's not ice cream. It's ice. It's more like gelato.
The samosa with cream
No,
plus.
just ice cream.
And
Oh,
that's
okay,
it.
maybe. No, because I might need a 2 KD meal later. Maybe one last time. I don't know yet. Depends on. I know. I 100% know that there's consequences. Absolutely. Yes, I cleaned my room. I picked up the water bottles. There's literally like one that I just had not long ago that I didn't put in the garbage.
Oh, your bedroom, not the bedroom, our bedroom.
Me too. I think about food constantly. Just wait to eat it during my eating window. Yeah, I used to, when I would structure my meals, like I would say, okay, breakfast. Okay, now after breakfast, then I would feel depressed that the breakfast was gone, and I'd be like, okay, well, when's the next meal? Okay, so I can eat at 1. So let's go plan what I'm gonna have, and I'd like obsess about it that way. It's like so tiring and exhausting. There's nothing more exciting than going out somewhere. Like if I go out just to do an activity and there's no food involved, it feels like empty and boring, and like I don't want to do it at all. But if we're gonna go to like the museum, I know that's the thing with the diabetes, you know, but. If we go to a museum, I feel like, okay, we're going to go have lunch, so that makes it more exciting, you know?
Okay, yeah, it really slowed down. So let me see if there's anything else worth mentioning.
The bird's nest are so good. Yeah, YouTube over. Or, yeah. Those curtains I've seen better days. Yeah, Julia, look. I wonder why. Babe, look at these curtains from the cats.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, I heavily skipped and I didn't see anything personally, so it must be a sign. So with that all said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.